Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm from the executive board for the Youth Committee here at the British Museum, and I'm glad to have you guys here. I want to welcome you here to the museum.
Thank you.
I just want to ask you guys a couple questions,
Okay.
possibly. What brings you guys to the Bruce here today?
Well, we were brought here through another organization that we work with called Young Audiences of Connecticut that provides programming for youth and communities all around Connecticut. And so they asked us to be a part of this here at the Bruce Museum, and we just got an awesome first show. It's exciting to be a part of it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, and we're here to celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day with this show, Struggle for Freedom. It's all about civil rights, freedom fighters, and we like to introduce students to some lesser-known civil rights activists.
The second question I have for you guys is, what does Martin Luther King Day mean for you?
Martin Luther King Day for me, I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and so I was part of a city that was really, ultimately destroyed by the riots, the race riots in the 60s, and, a lot of the, civil rights movement, in a place where segregation, was a big part of our city, and our city never really recovered from a big part of that. And so, for me, it's an opportunity I always want to try to reach out to as many youth as I can on this day, because so many youth, as generations grow and pass, so many youth are further removed from the civil rights struggle. And I just want them to remember that there's still a lot left to do, and we need to have young leaders that are willing to stand alone and to lead and to fight for the rights of all people, all backgrounds, all races, both sexes, and so that we can hopefully in your generation and the generation your children, that we hopefully achieve equal rights for all.
One of the cool things I like to hear the student director was bringing about the little guys that you were talking about. Sorry, I forgot his name. The guy that you were talking about, you were like, oh, he did a lot, but he was never given a page of history down.
Right. Yeah. John Brown and William Lloyd Garrison and Shirley Chisholm, and none of them, and some of them received little bits and pieces, but not as much as. Yeah.
I like that how you incorporated that.
Yeah. It's like all those people that were on, in the picture with Dr. King, walking arm in arm.
Yeah.
What about the rest of the people that were right on the front line too? So.
Yeah, just to go off of what Dexter said, Martin Luther King was a very important person in history, but there's also so many different people that were fighting for civil rights. And also, saying that the fight isn't over yet. I went to a very diverse high school, but you can still, in my senior picture, look and see that right down the middle of the page, the audience is split, half black, half white. It's a scary thing to think about. I graduated high school in 2005, and there's still that divide, even though there aren't laws regulating that. So, we still need to keep having this conversation. We still need to keep educating people and getting people to open up to different cultures and different ideas.
What do you do at the high school for that effect?
What
You're
do we
involved
do at
in
the high
namesake,
school?
yeah.
Actually,
Well, Christian's
I'm the
ahead of it.
at the high school for a thing called Namesday, and we have an executive board of we have 5 students, and pretty much all we do is talk social justice and all that. And actually, this year was my favorite year because I got to give a huge speech about me and my life struggle in a predominantly white neighborhood, because around here a lot of people are Caucasian. It's really hard to do well in school, because as the harder the class to get, you need to fight for what you want, because the teachers put you down and everything. But overall, it's one of the best experiences I've had for 4 years in high school.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Thank you for being a leader, and standing out and not being willing to stand alone and stand up for what you believe in. We definitely need more students like you.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna be working with the ADLs and also to be going around the Northeast. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
We've done a lot of work with ADL in the past. So
Yeah. All right,
What is ADL?
ADL, the Anti-Defamation League. Yeah, they fight for the rights. They were started up in the early 1900s for civil rights. It started actually a man that was Jewish was hanged, and there have been a number of Jewish people that had been hanged. And a lot of people don't know that part of history, that you have blacks that were being hanged in the early 1900s, but also a lot of people of Jewish descent. And because this man was hanged, and there were several hangings, some Jewish people got together and started this organization. And they started off being an organization that fought for Jewish American rights, but then eventually started to take cases of all different minorities and different sexes as well, for that were discrimination issues. And so now they're just as prominent as, say, the NAACP or some of these other organizations that fight for the liberties and safeties of all Americans.
Well, great. Thank you, all of you, for being part of this. And
thank you.
We brought our family to the Bruce Museum today because there aren't a lot of activities going on surrounding Martin Luther King's Jr.'s life, his existence, and the importance of why children have the day off. So we wanted our children to be able to have a venue where they can go and actually get some information and meet with other people who see the day as important as well. Why Martin Luther King is important is he's part of our history, and he's a very important part of the freedoms that we have today. And it's important to recognize and not take those for granted on a day-to-day basis. So anytime we can be reminded of that, we're trying to take the opportunity as a family.
You guys came here today because last year I came here and I didn't really know what was going on. And they did a nice play, and I wondered if they were going to do it again. And I came here today to see the play, and Martin Luther King Day means to me. So every black or white can have rights, like not just go to a colored movie theaters and all white movie theaters. We could go to just one different kind of movie theaters, and that's what we do today.
So why did you come to the Bruce Museum today?
I'm executive director of an organization that has brought a number of children to celebrate today. And we're very excited about Martin Luther King Day.
And what does Martin Luther King Day mean to you?
It means to me that we celebrate a man who had such a wonderful vision about what peace was about and what justice was about and what freedom was about.
My name is Tanya Johnson, and here with a group from the Rosa Parks Children's Center, and we were invited to come to the Bruce Museum today, as we are every year, because we have to come every year. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day means the day not just to be out of school or from work, but it does mean to look back into history, let our children know why we're here, why we have the day off, and this is a good opportunity just to bring them to something to let them see that it's not just a day off, and we do need to look back in history, know about the people who helped us get to the point where we are, and also be free because and have certain liberties because people from our past fought for us. And that's one of the reasons why we came today, to show the children that they too can take part in history and learn from it and to be more productive citizens in our society.
Hi, my name is Jean Allen. I'm also from Lois Brown's Children's Center. And what Martin Luther King Jr. Day means to me, it's not only an opportunity for me to bring my nephew here so he can not only hear but be able to live through the things that I've learned since I've gone through school, but also for me, what it personally means. It's an opportunity to reflect on the many things that my family, I know, who grew up in the South, got to witness themselves. But it also shows that every step that I take throughout my path in my life, I shouldn't take it for granted, because those people who did come before me and those people who are still now, at this very moment in time, also gone through a struggle that should not be in vain, but should also be respected as a true step towards equality for everybody.
I came to the museum today because we are looking at something to do that has to do with